Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another video for you guys. 2011 Mazda CX-9 Touring. Getting ready to remove the radio to do an upgrade. So let's get to it. All right. Usually got my light bar. Help me see. You might want to pick up one of these guys from Milwaukee if you do this kind of work quite a bit. All right, so we're gonna remove this trim on the sides. All right, try to find a good spot to start. It's gonna sound kind of ugly, but trim removal tool should help you out. All right, you got these clips on here. They make that snapping noise. Make it sound kind of ugly when you're taking it off. Let's put that one up there. We're gonna do the same thing to the passenger side. Pop her out. Just kind of be gentle. There we go. And pull her up. Got that one out. Just check your clips, make sure they didn't snap. All of them look good. All right, got this guy off. This has to come out next. And yeah, it's pretty dirty in here in this vehicle. So just clean out a little bit of it. All right, so this bezel here should pop up. Let's see if we can get her to pop up. See if I can use this end. Alright, let's try to get it. Here we go. And I'm just kind of working it in and helping assist it pop up. And this whole piece should come up and out after you disconnect your light over here. So let's put her in neutral. You can disconnect your battery if you feel like it, but it's not necessary. Let's make sure ain't no CDs or anything in here. Nope, ain't nothing in there. That's great. All right, let's turn the, oh, we do got one in there. All right, got it out. Always good to check, see if you got one in there. All right, so let's disconnect our light down here. See if a good way where I can see the plug. There he is, the twist and pull out. Let's twist it. Trying to get it to turn the way I needed it to. Alright, so we're not getting a good twist and pull. I'm trying to wiggle her out right here. Alright. Well, don't have to take it all the way out. Let's just move it to the side. That can still work. Let's see while I'm twisting it. Might have a little push pin or something. Nope. Let's see if it just wiggles out. Alrighty. Well, it's not coming out. Don't want to break this specific. Well, I don't want to break it at all. So let's put her back in park. Just set her down to the side just like that. Okay, now we have our, we should only have 4 Phillips screws, and then this should be able to come forward. Let's turn this back off to the off position, and we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I should have broke my magnet, but I should be okay. I'm just going to hold the tip of the screw so I don't drop it. Same thing with this side. And I'm just supporting the screw while I'm backing it out. and hold it. There we go. This is supposedly a magnetic screwdriver, but I've been having it for years and it starts to wear down. So I just support it just to make sure I don't drop it. Let's see. Yep. Then some screws are aluminum as well. Alright, got that one out. So we got all 4 of those. Alright. Give it some tugs. That was a quarter or something. And I'll clean out down in there. Have one more screw right here. I do believe this guy has to come out. Yes, it does. And that should release this tray down here. Yep, this just comes up and out. It's got your cigarette lighter port right here. I'll show you after I get that out. Right. It's got a gray tab. Just gonna squeeze it and pull it out. There we go. Little gray push tab. Alright. So that's for your cigarette lighter port. Alright, so now we got that out. This should pop forward. I'm gonna work my hands around this guy. Shouldn't be any screws up here. But let's pull on it. There we go. Hit my bracket. Alright. Got this guy up and out. Alright. Let's go ahead and put her back in neutral. Or you can go all the way back to drive. Let's get these plugs out. We have 1, 2, and 3. And we should be able to move this guy after we remove our hazards. And that way we can work. Push and pull. Oh, this one's a little tough because of the position it's in. And I'm thinking about using a tip of a screwdriver or something to pop this down, just because of where it is and it's not just sliding out for me. Alright, so let me get a little baby screwdriver for that. So let's pop this guy out. And it's a little white tab on the inside. I'm just gonna try to push it and pull it out. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Alright, so it was sitting in there. All I did was push here and release it. Sometimes these get a little worn from pushing them. Alright, so now we got 4 more Phillips screws. Let's move everything, kind of keep it organized. I have a magnet tray up here so I don't mess up my screws, and I can separate them according to what I took out. Alright, that way I can match up my kit that I ordered for this specific vehicle. I'll show you guys here in a bit. And it's good to use a screwdriver, taking them out and putting it back in, because this is delicate and you don't want to over tighten them with a drill driver or anything. I don't know why I don't use my little new guy I bought just for this little stuff. Wasn't thinking about it till now. It's a little hand automatic screwdriver. Alright. Turn, everything's in park. Yep, we're good. Last screw. Alright, let's turn the radio, car back off rather. And give her some wiggles and some pulls. And let's see how much we can get as far as wiggle room. Looks like that's all we're gonna get. So let's feel around in the back. There we go, our antenna. Feels like our factory harness here in the back. Just push and pull. It's a little tough too. Let's work my way over to this side, get this one out. Come on, little buddy. Alrighty, a little tedious. Got 2 plugs left. Remove my light a little bit. Alright, let's get you out of there. Might have to use my little screwdriver again. A little tight. All right, let's see if I can get this guy out over here. Might be able to flip it over. Not really, can't. See if I can see it from down here. I see one, see the other. There we go. And there's another one. Come on, baby. Come on out. It's in there pretty stuck, so hopefully yours comes out a little easier. All right, so we was managed and able to get it out. All right, got that all taken out. Sit her in the back for now. All right, so we got this gutted out. Let's make sure we didn't damage anything over here. There's a little stickiness on this thing. It needs to be cleaned up pretty good. All righty. All right, anyway, let's get to it. Got everything ready. Now let's clean this up and let's get out here and start wiring up the radio. Show you what I went with. Turn this off for a moment. Alrighty, let's go. Alright, so we're back at the bench now, and this is the kit that I decided to go with, the Scoosh car stereo kit. And it has the Mazda numbers there. I ordered this off of Amazon. I think it was like 25 bucks before tax. And I also ordered this off of Amazon, the Scoosh stereo harness. And it says for 98 and up, select Mazda vehicle, excuse me. And I also have my backup camera wire. Just gonna run this now and then install my backup camera later. That way this is already hooked up behind the stereo. And the Kenwood DDX 26 Bluetooth BT, I do believe. Yeah, DDX 26 BT. So we're gonna put this back in, came out of our other vehicle. All right. And I'm going to bypass the parking brake and all that stuff to where the radio can be operated as we want it to. So let me get this old harness out. I'm going to match up the new harness and then start putting this together. Be right back. Start showing you how to wire it up. All right, so I'm back. We're not going to be soldering any of this. You can if you like, but we will be using heat shrink. All right, we're going to ground our parking brake so we can bypass, so we can use our DVD anytime. You can either ground it to the stereo or you can ground it to the wire harness. In my case, we're going to ground it to the wire harness, and then we're going to hook up our reverse wire with our backup camera wire. Okay, let's take this out. This is an old antenna connector from the old vehicles. All right, so you got your green and white. Okay, so your two whites going to be driver front, driver rear, passenger front, passenger rear. Okay, I separated these like this to be able to wire them up a little easier. Your remote wiring in case you have an amplifier, and yeah, your power ground and all that stuff. So let's start wiring up our accessory wire and everything. And these should already have some slits in them. So I usually do my power, my remote, and my ground wire first, and then I'll work into the rest of these guys. I'm going to hook up the remote wire just to have it connected. It might It doesn't need to be, but I'm just going to connect it just to make sure everything's good. So let's get started. All right, let's pull these guys off. Give them a couple of twists. This don't need any more. Shouldn't need this anymore. Let's pop this one out the way. Get a screwdriver real fast. There we go. Pull this guy out the way. That is a pretty nice long wire connected there, but we're gonna get it out the way. All right, got that guy out the way. I think I'm gonna disconnect this because it did. Oh, it just cut it a little bit, so I'm not gonna disconnect it. I might connect something else to there. All right, so our accessory wire red. Let me turn the ignition on. Nope, not yet. Get my heat shrink. Heat shrink and trying to figure out it good. Yeah, that's not gonna be too much heat. All right, so let's prep this guy. You don't have to use a lot, but you want to put some on first. And just gonna make my connection. Like I said, you can solder if you feel like it, but I don't feel that there's a need to because it's a pretty solid connection anyway. And I always wrap mine like a ball, and you can solder the ball if you like to as well, but it's still a current flow. The current is still going to flow through. So, and you heat shrinking everything to seal it, so that's always good too. All right, so I'm gonna leave a power wire. I'm gonna adapt to this just to have some extra wire for the future. I'm gonna install something else, so let me grab some wire. So we're just gonna tap in here, and we're just gonna tape that off. You don't have to do this, you can do it your way, but it's not gonna hurt the vehicle, it's not gonna hurt the stereo. So let's just do it the way I like to do it. Because everybody doesn't have solder, you know, and they still want their stereos in. So you can use it, you don't have to, but anything that's exposed, I'm going to use. So I could have used that little adapter piece, but I didn't want this to break. And I'm just tapping in, just in that joint right there. Now, I could have cut this and used heat shrink, but I'm just going to use some strong electric tape just for now, and then I'll add another layer to this guy. I got some real good sticky Scotch electric tape, but I need this to sit there for now. All right, let's move to our yellow guy. Let's get our heat shrink ready and set. Let's go ahead and take care of this guy here. On this one. Let's get some heat. Here we go. And shrink that up on there. Just kind of touch around. Make sure it closes the ends. Alright, let's move to the next guy, which would be the yellow. And I'm going to proceed to doing all of these. And basically you're just color matching. You can install your illumination wire, or you don't have to. But it'll be the orange wire here with the white line. Same thing with this one, orange with the white line. Just when you turn your dash on, it dims the stereo. All right, so let me get these three in: power, accessory, and ground. And let's twist them up. Here we go, here we go. But that's a solid connection. So if you want to solder that, you can. No need to. I've been doing this for years this way, and it doesn't hurt. Because there was a point of time that I couldn't afford heat shrink and stuff like that. So, yeah. Alright, that was good. I'm probably going to tap into this guy. He's pretty long. Let's clip some of this off. Just because it's so long, don't need all that extra. But that piece of wire might come in handy in the future. Alright, so we're going to ground parking brake to this guy. I could cut this wire as well, but you never know when you're going to need some extra wire. So let's just ground all these guys together. All right, got my heat shrink. Let's cut us another piece of that. All right, got the heat shrink. Let's slide it over. And we're gonna make our connection. Just keep spinning it. Well, actually, let's go over the negative on this side because it's not as thick right now. All right, got that guy in. Let's go ahead and make our connection here. And should be able to heat shrink this, no problem. Get that wire up in there pretty tight. And I'm going to have to go bigger right here just because of the size, so just pull him out. Get a wider heat shrink piece. There we go. Alright, just a little wider because we have some extra wire in that guy. Snap him off, make our connection back, and our heat shrink. So if you can't afford solder or you don't have any, you still need your stereo in, I've used this method for years. If you want to be a super technical person, go ahead and buy all that extra stuff. Doesn't hurt anything, even if you use electric tape, because at one point in time we didn't have heat shrink and all this stuff. So got that guy on there. Let me hit the bottom real quick a little more. I'm using a candle lighter, keep it away from me. All right, so we have those three connected, our main ones. You can check for power when you get in the vehicle, unless you already know that the stereo is working. I didn't need to do a bench test because I just removed it. All right, so we got those three connected. I'm gonna proceed to connecting all the speaker wires and the illumination wires, and I will be back when we're getting ready to go inside. Well, I'll be back before then. I'm gonna put this guy together as far as the kit, as far as the bracket kit. So be right back. All right, so we're back. Got our harness wired nicely. All right, we got our reverse wire for our backup camera. I'll install that when we get in so I can run this wire for that. But now it's time to build the kit to go around this guy. Go around it, so let's do it. I went with this specific one because it looked like it was gonna really sit in there nice. So, and let's check our bezel, make sure which side is top and bottom, unless it has an up and down on it. Alright, let's check our bezel inside, see which way this should face. Alright, so sorry about the cam, the V is going up, so this is facing up, okay. If you have a single den, it comes with the stuff for you to have a single den as well. Let's go ahead and pull this out. First time changing one of these guys on this vehicle, but we don't need this, so let's just throw it back in here. Comes with a little instruction manual. Alright, so we got that out the way. Let's see which way these wings fit. Okay. Looks like they go in like this. Let's see, where's the hole at? Just trying to line it up, make sure we're sitting in the right position. Bam. Okay, so we got screws that go in here at the top and at the bottom for this guy. Okay, so that's gonna be for both sides. Let me see if they say left or right. Yep, it says right. So the right would be this side over here, and then the left would be this side over here. So about to proceed to doing that just to save some time. So when you get it together, you got these two screws, one here, well, one here and one here that you're gonna lock in, and you'll see that guy visible right there, but your pegs will line up. So let me build this real quick and bolt it into this guy, and I'll be right back to go inside the vehicle. All right, so we back in the video in the car now. All right, so we back in the car. let's do a test as far as the radio and everything before we completely put it in. It's a very nice bezel. I'll clean the radio up here in a little bit, but let's make our connections and make sure everything is working. And let's do that first. I'll hook the antenna up afterwards. And you don't use the secondary harness. This one just sits there idle. All right, let's see this antenna. We got a little length. All right, so this is for my backup camera for the reverse wire. I don't have that at the moment, but I'm gonna run this once I get that up here. But let's test and see how the radio's doing. So let's see if we can push this down out the way a little bit. And that is gonna look very nice. All right, before we bolt anything in, let's turn it on, make sure we have power. Yes, we do. Kenwood in the house. There we go. Let's turn that off for a minute. Let this boot up, see if we get some sound. I'll probably use the demonstration off. English. Okay, we'll do all that other stuff. Let's just go to finish for now. And see if the disc in here maybe already. But we got sound. I heard the beep. And looks like we got a DVD in here already. Kung Fu Fury. And we just want to make sure we have sound for now. And that way I can proceed on. All right, so we got sound. Stereo's in here. Man, she looks good. All right, so I'll make all the adjustments and stuff for the radio later, but looks good inside. As far as the kit, Scoosh makes good stuff, so definitely gonna recommend this bezel if you have a Mazda CX-9. But yeah, you see I got it going on as far as everything's working, so I'm just going to follow this process in reverse as far as putting my bezel and everything back together. And I must connect my backup camera and my radio FM AM wire. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps you out on the install. I also must run my USB down and round, so got a couple other things to run before I tighten up everything and make sure everything's working. But yeah, this is how you do a radio removal and installation for the aftermarket stereo for this specific vehicle. Feel free to look at other videos to help you out in case you get stuck. But yeah, this is how you do it. So 2011 Mazda CX-9 Touring. And hopefully you have a blessed day. Hopefully it helps you out. Like I said, please like and subscribe. And until the next video. All right, so after the installation, we got the radio installed nice and crispy. Was able to run the microphone down under the dash up to the top up here. Okay, so we got our mic for our Bluetooth calls. We also have our USB. I was able to run it down through the back, down here. And I also ran an aux cord. And you can make you an access port, but I figured not drilling anything and just having it to where you can see it when you want to see it and just plug it in and plug it out. So let's turn this radio up, let you hear what it, well, you see what it looks like. Let's give it a little sound check. Pretty nice sound. But yeah, just want to do a quick video after the install. Everything worked out crispy, so thanks for watching the channel. Hopefully this helps you out, and I'm out.